The Social Security Administration has long been at the heart of financial stability for millions of Americans. It serves as one of the most trusted programs in the country, providing monthly benefits to seniors, people with disabilities, and low-income households. Every year, updates to the program are closely watched, because even the smallest change can have a major impact on the lives of those who depend on it. With the recent announcement of new executive orders signed by former President Donald Trump, attention has once again turned to the financial landscape of Social Security and Supplemental Security Income. The news that payments could rise to as much as $3,800 per month has sparked widespread discussion and anticipation. For the millions of Americans who rely on these programs, such developments represent not only financial relief, but also the possibility of living with greater dignity and peace of mind. Social Security benefits are not random. They are tied to key factors such as cost of living adjustments, inflation, and administrative updates that reflect the state of the economy. Over the past few years, inflation has pushed the cost of living higher than many people could have imagined. Everyday items such as groceries, rent, healthcare, and transportation have all become more expensive. Seniors and low-income individuals, many of whom live on fixed incomes, have been among the hardest hit. These increases have forced difficult choices. Some households skip medical appointments to pay for food, while others cut back on heating or electricity to cover prescription costs. When monthly benefits rise, the relief is immediate. It means that instead of stretching dollars in painful ways, families can cover essentials more comfortably. The promise of payments reaching $3,800 brings hope that this relief will be meaningful and lasting. For seniors who worked decades contributing to the Social Security Trust Fund, higher benefits are not seen as a gift, but as a rightful return on years of effort. Many paid into the system every time they received a paycheck, believing that one day those contributions would help them retire with security. Now, as retirees face higher living costs, increased benefits feel like long overdue recognition of their hard work. For those receiving supplemental security income, who often have little or no earnings history to rely on, the situation is even more critical. Many SSI recipients are among the nation's most vulnerable citizens, people with disabilities, health conditions, or lifelong barriers to steady employment. For them, a jump in monthly payments could mean the difference between poverty and stability, between struggling for survival and living with some degree of comfort. The executive orders leading to this announcement are presented as a way of prioritizing citizens in greatest need. Policies like this are never simple. They balance compassion with financial responsibility. Every administration has had to decide how much support can be provided without overburdening future budgets. Supporters of the increase argue that boosting Social Security and SSI is not just about helping individuals. It strengthens the economy as a whole. When people have more money in their pockets, they spend it in their communities, on groceries, clothing, services, and housing. This spending supports local businesses and creates a ripple effect of economic activity. Critics, on the other hand, question how such increases will be funded and whether they will place too much pressure on federal finances. The debate is real, but for beneficiaries, the immediate benefit is clear. Economists, lawmakers, and policy experts are all studying the potential impact of larger monthly payments. History shows that when Social Security benefits rise, poverty among seniors declines, public health outcomes improve, and the burden on state-level emergency programs decreases. When citizens are able to afford their medications and attend regular doctor visits, healthcare costs tied to emergency care often drop. Families also benefit, since stronger Social Security payments reduce the need for younger relatives to financially support aging parents or grandparents. This helps ease intergenerational stress, allowing households to save more for their own futures. Beyond the economic numbers, there is also a powerful psychological impact. Financial insecurity weighs heavily on people's minds. Stress over bills, rent, and groceries can damage mental health and contribute to physical illness. The knowledge that a steady increase in benefits is coming can reduce anxiety for millions of families. A monthly payment of $3,800 creates a sense of stability, that money will be there, not just today, but month after month. This peace of mind can have enormous effects on well-being. With a stronger foundation, people are better able to focus on family, community, and personal goals. For many, this kind of security has felt out of reach for years. Of course, it is important to recognize that not every beneficiary will receive the maximum payment. The Social Security system is designed around individual contributions and eligibility categories. Payments are calculated based on factors like a person's earnings history, age at retirement, and type of benefit. While the maximum check may reach $3,800, many recipients will receive lower but still meaningful increases. What matters most is that across the system, benefits are moving upward, ensuring that people at every level see improvements. Even those with the smallest payments will notice the difference in their ability to cover basic needs. This raises broader questions about the future of the Social Security trust funds. For years, analysts have warned that the system could face funding challenges as more people retire and live longer, while fewer workers contribute payroll taxes. Announcements of increases often renew debates about how to ensure the program remains sustainable for future generations. Some argue for raising payroll taxes, while others call for reforms in spending or eligibility. While those debates continue, the immediate reality for beneficiaries is that the announced increases will bring real relief. Policymakers may argue about the long-term picture, but the short-term impact is undeniable. Public response to the announcement has been intense and emotional. Senior citizens, advocacy groups, and disability organizations have praised the decision as overdue recognition of the struggles faced by people on fixed incomes. Families have spoken about how even a few $100s more each month could transform their lives. Some say it will allow them to catch up on bills, while others see it as the chance to finally afford long-postponed medical treatments. Meanwhile, critics warn that adding such costs could contribute to national debt or push inflation higher. This debate reflects the tension between immediate humanitarian needs and broader economic calculations. Fairness and equality are also part of the conversation. Some argue that those who contributed the most through payroll taxes should see the largest increases, while others emphasize that the most vulnerable citizens deserve the greatest support. These are not new debates, but the executive orders represent an attempt to raise benefits across the board so that everyone experiences improvements. Even modest increases can mean a great deal to households living paycheck to paycheck. As the October 2025 rollout date approaches, questions remain about payment schedules, deposit timing, and exact eligibility requirements. Beneficiaries are waiting for details from their local Social Security offices and the SSA website. Still, the sense of anticipation is strong. At senior centers, community gatherings, and family kitchens across the nation, conversations about the $3,800 figure are everywhere. People are planning what they might do with the extra money. Some talk about repairing old vehicles, others about paying off debts, and many about simply enjoying a few small luxuries that had been out of reach for years. This moment also highlights the importance of leadership. Executive orders carry direct and immediate power to influence daily life. They bypass the lengthy process of legislation and provide quick responses to pressing issues like inflation and rising living costs. Regardless of political affiliation, the announcement of stronger Social Security and SSI payments underscores the importance of putting citizens' needs first. It is a reminder that government policy is not just about numbers and budgets. It is about people, families, and futures. Ultimately, the news of $3,800 Social Security payments reflects a broader effort to ensure that those who helped build the nation are not left behind in times of economic difficulty. For many, it represents acknowledgement, relief, and a chance to live with renewed confidence. While debates about funding, debt, and sustainability will continue, the immediate focus remains on those who will directly benefit from the changes. Their lives stand to improve in tangible, measurable ways. The months ahead will show how smoothly these increases are implemented, how effectively the government communicates details, and how beneficiaries adjust to their new financial circumstances. For now, the message is clear. A new chapter in Social Security and SSI support is beginning. October 2025 is shaping up to be a turning point for millions of Americans who depend on these benefits. The potential for change is real, and the promise of stronger financial security is closer than ever before. For seniors, people with disabilities, and low-income households, this news brings more than just dollars. It brings hope, dignity, and the assurance that their country has not forgotten them.